This is my ground beef stroganoff with caramelized mushrooms and crispy onions.
Yum.
2 cloves of garlic
Yes, sir.
on the rasp there, grated, and very thinly minced chives for later.
Yes, chef.
Here we have some ground beef, 80-20, and I've mixed it with a little bit of baking soda for 15 minutes. It just keeps all that moisture inside by changing the pH level, literally, of the meat. It makes it super tender.
What is your ratio? Like, is it a pound of
It's a
beef?
1/4 teaspoon per pound.
Okay.
How you doing?
Just a little tiny bit.
Yep. Cremini.
It doesn't change the flavor at all.
No, it does not change the flavor. If anything, it skews as salty or sodium, you know? But it really does make those little bits of ground beef more tender.
Look how nice and caramelized.
Now, usually you build this, you know, this is gonna be a 1-pan plan, but I like to take the mushrooms out now after caramelizing them just because I want them kind of to retain that color and caramelization without the liquid compromising that beautiful texture. Great job, Jeffrey. Obviously, you're blazingly fast. Get all those mushies out of there. And now we are going to throw in here, build on these flavors on the little bits of fond in there, some onions, some butter, a little bit of salt, and we're gonna saute this until we sweat these out. They become translucent, right? Really great way to kind of build layers of flavors here. That butter's gonna melt in there. Once these become translucent, get a little color on there. I always say, like, take your onions to almost the same color as the main protein in there, right? If it's a beefy dish, I don't mind my onions getting a little color on them too. A lot of dishes with chicken, or if you're making a soup, you don't need to bring it that far, right? So this way we can kind of mimic the flavor of the beef by taking our onions a little darker. Then we deglaze with a little sherry. Sherry and mushrooms. I always have a big bottle of cooking sherry. If you don't have this, you can use stock, you can use sherry vinegar, any type of combination of stock and vinegar, or even just water. Marsala is great. Now this is what I like to do. I like to kind of take that ground beef. Remember, it sat there for a little bit. We'll crank it up a little bit and get that just kind of Maillard effect on one side of the beef without moving it too much. Then we'll start breaking it up. Okay? Once that starts going, we'll hit the onions on the side here with a little flour. Again, a 1-pan plan here, making us a little bit of a roux to help thicken this up. Next, Jeffrey, we're gonna glaze it again with a 1/4 cup of wine. This is a little Sauvignon Blanc from the Illinois region of Chicagoland, from County Cook. Then we got ourselves, of course, 4 cups of stock. And this is where the magic kind of happens. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. Got all those little bits cooking in there. Okay, now we take our egg noodles, dump it right in.
In the same pot? What?
Right?
I've never seen a stroganoff like this.
Your meat has been nicely browned, right? Cooked a little past pink. We added all those ingredients. I know you guys were thinking 4 cups is a lot, but because we put those egg noodles in there to absorb all that and make it even more silky sauce, we're gonna simmer it for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, until those noodles are al dente, not too mushy. And what's gonna happen is this magical kind of moment where you have this kind of beautiful, look at this.
Plus you have the starch from the pasta.
The starch from the pasta water all marries together. All right, a little bit of that sour cream to give it that extra creaminess. You know, the first time I had this, Sarah's like, I haven't put the sour cream in. I'm like, you almost don't need it, but
Hush
give it
your
a
mouth,
little.
Jeff.
Yeah, it does, and then you have it with the sour cream because that does the pasta water in there really does make it creamy.
Magnificent.
What kind of mushrooms do you like for this?
So I like a little cremini. Right, so cremini or just standard slice, like button mushrooms are great, but creamy. Paris mushrooms are delicious. Here we go. Look at that.
I think I love that. Little mushroom on top.
You want to tear it up?
I do
Mushroom on
too.
top.
Okay.
It's a really good idea.
Just a little extra dollop here.
Sure. I'll take it.
A little chive. And last but not least, one of my favorites, because this is not texturally, you know, complex. Take some of those crispy canister French fried onions or French fried jalapenos they serve now. Just gives you a little kind of breadcrumb direct crunch vibe on there.
And the jalapenos are actually spicy.
Yeah, they are spicy.
Yeah, I thought that they would be.
All right, Sonny.
I'm in.
We're about to get
Great
strobed up.
idea.
All right, is this a spoon or a fork?
You know what? I'm gonna let this dealer's choice.
Jeff, you really made this so elegant also. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's a
this
little
is
bougie,
like,
if you ask me.
this gets diluted as a cafeteria dish a lot, and I feel like this is elegant.
Can I be honest? I never liked it ever in my life until I had it
Fork, spoon?
with ground beef and made this way.
It's always been one of my favorites.
Really?
This is like one of my
Fork it.
#1 favorite comfort foods. Is
It's
beef
luscious enough
stroganoff.
to fork. Look at that. I got everything. I got a little bit of your fried onions. I've got the ground beef that you hit with the baking soda to make it luscious. I've got the mushroom. I've got a little bit of that sour cream.
Oh, I would make
It was
those.
almost gonna fall off the fork, so I had to get it.
Good catch.